Hey everybody, how are y'all? Come on in the room. It's your girl, the Brooke Ashley, and today we are here to talk about some hot topics that popped off yesterday. Can y'all hear me okay? Can y'all hear me all right? Come on in the room, y'all. Happy Thursday, happy Thursday. Come on in the room. How are y'all feeling? How are y'all doing? I'm feeling good. I hope y'all are doing well. Thank y'all. Come on in, y'all. Come on in. No, it's not gonna no, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but it's not gonna be a long live. We're gonna be in and out today. We're gonna cover these stories, and yeah, it's not gonna be 3 hours. So I want to set expectations right now. It's not gonna be 3 hours. It's probably gonna be an hour 15, hour 30 at the most. Okay. Hey y'all, come on in, come on in. Thank you guys. Come on in the room, because when I saw this, listen, that interview that K Michelle did on Club Shay Shay yesterday, I was shocked. I think that K Michelle is the definition of double-minded. Nothing is making sense. For you to be on Atlanta getting mad at Drew, saying that Drew is insinuating that you're with another man, that you're flirting with Black, and you're a married woman, this is married vagina, in your words. For you to be saying that on the show and getting upset and going nuts over nothing, and now you're on Shannon Sharpe's couch saying that it's okay if your husband has sex with other women, as long as he doesn't pay their bills, then it's cool. I have the whole entire clip here. I'm going to play it for y'all. I want a few more people to come on in the room, so because I don't want anybody to miss this. But no, this is desperado behavior. I think I had no idea that K Michelle was this desperate for men. I didn't follow her like that anyway, but I had no idea that she was like this when it came to men. So, it's very much desperado. It is desperado, honey. Thank you guys. You guys are so sweet. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. When I tell y'all, I'm in shock. Now she's saying, yeah, no prenup. And then you know what I'm saying? But you know what's weird to me? Because she said a few episodes ago when they were on their way to the Dallas trip, she said she doesn't trust men, but she checks her man's phone. He doesn't have social media, so that way he can't cheat. But if he does cheat, she'll be upset. But now you're saying on Shannon Sharpe that you don't mind if he does cheat, as long as he doesn't pay their bills. And then she takes a step further to say that she watches, I guess she's saying that her husband makes sex tapes with the other women because she watches the videos, or maybe she's in the room while they're having sex and she says that she watches her husband and the other women. She gets off on that, right? I'm confused. I know that people do have that kink. They like to watch, like to be watched, but I'm just surprised because you're saying that you're a married woman and you don't engage in this, that, and the third. And now you're saying that you allow him to cheat. This makes no sense. I think that Kay needs to get off this show. And then another part of the interview, she's talking about how she had a rough go of things on Atlanta. She's always the victim. She is the victim and the villain and the victim at the same time. It's crazy. Yes, it's right. Yes, it does feel that way. She's not making any sense, y'all. She's okay, y'all. So I am going to play you all the video. This is the clip. It's 2.5 minutes long. She was on Shannon Sharpe's Club Shay Shay, and this is what she said regarding her marriage. Okay, I'm gonna play y'all the clip right now. Yes, she likes the attention. I agree. All right, y'all. I'm playing for you right now.
Did something to them that he didn't do to you, you gonna feel some type of way, huh?
Sexually?
Yeah.
That's not possible.
Oh.
That's not possible. It's been that many years, all type of positions, legs up, choreography, all that. That's not possible. Girl, if you're gonna tell me my husband was out with you and he paid your light bill, then we probably have a problem.
Hold on, you get upset. So if he pay a bill, that's what you gonna get.
Pay a bill.
So you want him to just poke
And go. What do you mean? What do you mean? If men gonna be men and they need the feeling doesn't include paying bills. If that's your feeling, then you're not my man. You shouldn't be paying nobody's bills, buying them no little ass purses. I don't care about purses myself. Most likely they're singing my songs in the mirror and they're telling their friends that they was humping on my husband as they sing the songs. The last thing that you was going to do is sit up here and pay a fan bill, because I already do it. I already paid the fan bill. I've been doing it for over 6 years. I get up every week and pick a fan bill to pay. And I don't have to publicize it or nothing. We already paying fans bills. So you finna go sleep with a fan and then give them something? Oh no.
I ain't know these type of, I hear about it, but I ain't really never talked to somebody that's like, okay, he do. You not watching though, right?
I would, if that was offered to me. Sometimes I do like.
Hold on, time out. Let me get a 20-second time out. I don't need the full minute time. I need a 20-second time out to regroup right quick. You mean to tell me you could watch your man
I have several times.
beat somebody back? You get up on that?
Maybe it's weird, but I kind of like it. Like, it's these things with me.
okay. I'm interested.
No, I'm not. It's not like me being, oh, she's super freaky. No.
You super freaky.
He said, no, it's not. He always says with me, it's never about the things that people would think.
Should I play that back for you in case you didn't hear that? Should I play that back? Did you guys hear the nonsense and the craziness? Did y'all hear that? That came out of her mouth yesterday on Club Shay Shay. That's what she said. You said, we're good. We don't want to hear it again. This is trifling. K. Michelle is so insecure. You said, no replay needed. Yeah, guys, I don't have any words. I'm confused. I understand that people have arrangements, but this just sounds like low self-esteem to me, because on one hand, you're saying that you'd be pissed if he cheated on you. Now you're saying that you don't mind as long as he's not paying bills. The sad part was I looked under the comments and you had a fair amount of women saying, more people actually have this arrangement than you would think. They just don't know it. You had some women saying, I'm so tired of women acting like they're going to leave just because of a little cheating. So you have some birds. We have too many birds on the ground and not enough in the sky. But you do have a few desperados who were actually cheering and championing for this. Now, again, if you have an arrangement and you guys are both being pleasured, you guys are both being happy, that's different. But if you are a woman where you want the man to be with you and only you, this is desperation. Okay. Yeah, I'm confused by this whole thing. K. Michelle's not making any sense. I could not imagine being the breadwinner. You're with a man that you clearly like way more than he likes you, and that's a recipe for disaster. And you have this sort of thing going on. That man looks like he's not interested in her at all. I'm curious to know who these women are who are throwing themselves at him. I'm confused by everything. But K. Michelle, I wonder what you're going to have to say for yourself at this reunion. I know it's going to get brought up that you did this interview where you said this. It's just this is a bad look. I wish that you didn't even say this. I think that you are just, I don't think that she's happy. Like, I'm really confused. I don't think that she's a happy person. She seems miserable. Every time she does an interview, she's always rehashing the past. It's always something. She doesn't seem like she's at peace. This marriage seems like a hot mess. You married him 2 weeks before production. It's like, what is going on? I don't know. There's something, it's a mess. I feel the same way too. I kind of want her to shut up. I do too. I think that some things are better left unsaid. If you do want this sort of arrangement, then just keep it between you and the good Lord and your husband. Is it's a lot of chaos. And then, she's reignited the beef again with Tamar Braxton. She threw several shots at her, called her the Muppet. We all know that where that derived from. They've been beefing now for over 10 years. And the saddest part is Tamar and K. Michelle are more alike than they know it. That's probably why they can't stand each other, but they are two sides of the same coin. But I think that, I think it's weird that she goes on and on about being bullied on Atlanta and how the women of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta bullied her. Now the women on Real Housewives are bullying her. So she says, but yet she's being a bully by restarting this beef with Tamar. I don't understand it. If you want peace in your life, why even bring this up? Now we get on Tamar all the time here, but to my knowledge, Tamar hasn't said anything about K. Michelle in recent months or even years. So I'm confused as to where this whole thing is coming up now. I don't know. It's weird. It's weird. Now we see why she doesn't see anything. Child, K. Michelle is Tamar Braxton, same person in different font. I agree. They're the same. Kay will be crashing out if Tamar responds. Yeah, okay, thank you. Because I'm like, if to my knowledge, I have not heard Tamar say a word about K. Michelle in a long time. Tamar has moved on. She has. I will never see her. Yeah, no, she is a pick-me. I was annoyed. It's why I was annoyed she would be on here. She thrives off of male validation and approval. Never liked her. It's the feud that won't die. I think so too. I think that it's okay to say no to reality television. And she acts as if she's so innocent, but she's very nasty and very volatile herself. I want to know who's bullying her on Housewives because they all seem supportive. I agree. Hey, so Steph, thank you for the super chat. Tamar hasn't mentioned Kay in a long time. She's too busy begging on TikTok. I'm screaming. Yeah, Tamar's on TikTok live all the time. You see her in her car, at the McDonald's drive-thru, asking for roses and gifts. So yeah, she's too busy doing that than talking about K. Michelle. Hey, M Love Black, thank you for the super chat. I can't imagine seeing this and having a dental appointment with him. I need to see who works at his practice. Listen, I'm confused. Who is throwing themselves at him? Hey, Tammy up north, thank you for the super chat. Be careful of women like this, male-centered. Oh, very much so. Very much so. Hey, Chame Inc., thank you for the super chat. This makes no sense in any world. Why get married? I'm confused too. I mean, the only way I can see this is if you've been married a really long time, you both want to spice it up, but you don't want to divorce, and maybe you guys really are both into that lifestyle. But I don't think that Kay's really into this. I think that she just wants to keep a man. I'm confused. I'm confused all the way around. I'm just, none of this makes any sense. Hey, Tammy up north, thank you for the super chat. It's called male-centered, Brooke. No, you're right. You're 100% right, Tammy. She's male-centered, very pick-me. It's very sad. Hey, Tammy up north, thank you for the super chat. Women like her are not happy. They're not. She has no peace. She's just chaotic. It's a whole bunch of chaos in her mind. K. Michelle's trying to be relevant. Pick me energy and I'm over it. She says she likes women too. Oh yeah, she did say that. She said that on Atlanta. So I guess this works for her. Maybe she's probably joining in on it. I'm assuming that there's also threesomes as well. Now, I'm not trying to be funny, but I don't see her husband doing anything great with her. So I don't see him holding it down with two women, respectfully. I'm not even trying to be funny. I don't see him. He looks, let's just listen. I doubt that he's really, I'm just not buying that he's so great in bed that he's putting it down in that way for her. Okay. Yes, we see each other. I don't see it. I don't see it that he's, he does. Okay. Yo, we see each other. We see each other. I feel like she's probably holding it down for everybody in the bedroom. She's probably doing enough for everybody. And I think that he's just sitting there. Yeah. Why was she so mad about the black thing if her husband can sleep around? Exactly. I'm confused too. Listen, I'm just, we see each other, okay? Right? Okay. Get out of my head. That was the word. We'll talk. We'll talk. We'll talk offline. Okay. Yeah, very much that. Jesse, here you go. You guys are so funny. Hey, Magic Socks, thank you for the super chat. This can have a negative impact on his family's dental practice. What kind of wife is she? Oh, I didn't think about that. Because now you have their business out on the street and you're a reputable family dentist. Yeah, you're right. And then isn't his dad a dentist as well? So you're supposed to be a wholesome dentist. Nobody needs to know about your bedroom activities. This is a mess. This is a hot mess. Hey, Tammy up north, thank you for the super chat. She must be stuck in the past. Women back then couldn't get credit cards without a man. It's 2026. We are moving on. It's very true. Drink. Child, what are the in-laws saying? I'm sure they're upset because it's like, listen, you guys are grown. Do whatever you want to do, but don't tell the world. The whole world does not need to know. Kay needs some help. I agree. Who wants a dentist in their mouth who's spreading it wide? Didn't she bring him on the show talking about how private he was? Exactly. And the sad part is, so the interview with Shannon Sharpe was over 2.5 hours long. It was 3 hours long, 2 hours and 59 minutes, right? I think that sometimes people like her are better off with maybe just an hour, because sometimes when you start talking for long amounts, you start talking stupid and you start revealing things that should be kept private. Mr. Sharpe couldn't believe what he was hearing. No, he couldn't, because he was like, wait, what? I won't even listen to. You said, when her marriage goes pear-shaped, I don't want to hear her crying and carrying on. Maybe they are on the outs. She talks too much. Nothing is making sense. She put an ad out for threesomes. She scares me. I agree. She stayed too long and started lying. Some people really living a wild life. K. Michelle reminds me of Britt Eady. Child, he's a fool himself. She just happened to be married like a true clown. I agree. Beyonce wants her flowers back. Yeah, exactly. Shannon Sharpe has the brown liquor. His what is it called? He has his own Hennessy that he's always peddling, and people drink that and they just start running at the mouths. Oh, we should have known when she was tweeting 100 tweets at once. I think she's worse than Britt Eady. I think so too, and that takes some doing. So all that spiraling about black was her lashing out because she's miserable in her marriage. She just doesn't want to gracefully bow out of Atlanta and go into hiding. This season, the following verbal, in the press has got to be one of the worst falls from grace I've seen. She needs prayers. I agree. If Atlanta was supposed to be revamping her image, this did the complete opposite. I don't know what she thought this was doing. This did the complete opposite, because, girl, what are we talking about here? A hot mess. This is the reason men are running amok now. Women like K. Michelle with zero standards, messing up for all the women with standards and boundaries, going out sad. I agree. Well, there are a lot of women like K. Michelle running around. Do we think she's seeing? Yeah, I think so. I think she is. So here's my theory. I believe that K. Michelle will most likely skip the reunion. I've seen several other people on social media say the same thing. I will not be surprised if she skips out on the reunion due to embarrassment. And if things get even testier throughout the season, I think that Kay will skip out on the reunion. Sorry, guys. Hold for a minute. Girl, that's K. Michelle trying to stop me from speaking the truth, honey. Oh my goodness. My throat just got dry for no reason. Kay, you can try all you want to, honey. You're not stopping anything over here. Did she go to the Love and Hip Hop reunions? She did. She did go. Kay Michelle's people in the chat. I can see it. I can see her doing it. I can see her doing it because I think that she might be embarrassed from all this. The last episode, last Sunday's episode it was jarring. It was wild to watch. Oh, I forgot. She still hasn't been on Watch What Happens Live yet. If she doesn't go to the clubhouse, that's when I'll know that something's really wrong, and she's probably going to skip out on the reunion. I forgot about that. She has not been in the clubhouse yet. She's going to be on there this week. Okay. She's going to be on there Sunday, supposedly. Okay. Hey, Tammy up north. Thank you for the super chat. How is a woman who has self-respect going Shannon Sharpe who settled a $20 million with a 19-year-old? Well, a lot of people go on because they want the promo, they want the PR, they want the press, because going on his show garners views, you know? She'll probably go to the clubhouse and try to pivot. I agree. Yes, this was her dream job. She has been trying to get on Real Housewives for a long time. My thing is, though, if the backlash is really, it's great, right? You have a lot of people, everybody's talking about this last episode. The majority of the viewers are saying this was a mistake. She had no business coming on this show if she was going to act crazy like this. I feel like K. Michelle is very hypersensitive to the point where I could see her pull a stunt and not go to this reunion. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. It's her. You're right. This is her dream job, but she's fumbling her dream job badly. Yes, she's not going to come clean about her beef with Drew. Yes, exactly. Yep, Diana Jenkins did not go on Watch What Happens Live, so I knew she wasn't coming back for second season. I can see her flipping out on Andy. I could see that too. I could low-key, high-key see that as well. Brooke, doesn't she realize that her country music fans are very conservative? They do messy marriages and kinks, but they don't talk about them on every platform. Yes, it's very much what we do is hidden. We don't talk about it out loud. I wonder if anything, she's a disaster out there. Now, the same way that they were docking Candace's pay on Potomac, I wonder if they're going to dock K. Michelle's tweets, K. Michelle's pay for her crazy tweets. Because I feel like fair is fair. If you were docking Candace's pay, then I think that you should be docking her pay as well. No, yes. I think that it's not really fair for you to do that to Candace. I think that, K. Michelle is out here talking reckless on Twitter. You listen, honey, I want the black girls to stop going on Shannon Sharpe too, but hey, they want the views. And I feel, hey, you know what? Milk him the way he's milking you. You might as well get your free press and promotion the same way he's getting all that money and all those views off of you being on his show, in my opinion. We all know that he's self-hating. He has a lot of issues with his blackness, a lot of issues with black women. But if you are a black woman and you do go on that show, you might as well make the most of it and get your money too. And you're being too generous. He didn't even throw his daughter a $40,000 wedding. He threw her a $30,000 wedding. He said she won't get a penny more than $30,000. Shameful. He has secured who's only 22 years old for the rest of her life. Her great grandchildren are set up with a $25 million settlement, but he wouldn't even give his black daughter a wedding more than $30,000. A sin and a shame. Very sad. Very sad. I think he pays for the guests. He doesn't pay for the guests, but he pays for their transportation and their travel. And I believe hair and makeup, but no, he doesn't pay them. Yes, they have to play. No, it's true. Like, I think that people have to understand in the entertainment business, you still have to play the game. And sometimes you might have to just go on somebody's show. And I know that sounds horrible, but if you want to make it in the game, you do have to play the game, unfortunately. So I feel like if you are going to go on a colorist, self-hating, losers platform, at least make the most of it and get your views and your promo and your money from being on the show. You might you have no, it's sad. You have to play the game. If you want to be in the entertainment business in any shape, way, or form, you do have to play the game. And that's it. It is what it is. If you want to be on a moral high horse and say, oh no, you shouldn't do this and that, then the entertainment business is not for you, honey. Because at some point, one of your faves is going to, I don't want to say align themselves, or at some point your fave might disappoint you in some capacity, because you got to play. If you want to make it in the business, you got to play the game. And that's the sad truth of it. K. Michelle made the most of it. All right. You know, it is a damn shame. Yes, they did. They ate him all the way up. But you know, the game is the game. No, it's very true. It's very true. Now hold on. Now, I'm not saying to align yourself with evil people. Like, no, there are some people where you deserve to be canceled, because there are some people I will never align myself with, period. And like, I already have my line in the sand of no, that will never happen, right? When I say play the game, I mean you might have to, not have to, but you might, if somebody who's really somebody who has a huge following and they might not have the best reputation, if you go on their show, some of your fans might be mad, but it's gonna be like, you know what, girl, I get it. You gotta get that PR, get that press. You know what I'm saying? But there are some people I will never align myself with. I don't care. That's just that's a fact. All right. You said Shay Shay's an embarrassment, because what do you mean you have money but your children have to struggle? Yes, exactly. He's sick. He's sick. He has a problem. And he really has that mentality of Black women should struggle and accept crumbs and go 50-50. I mean, this man is 60 years old talking about, oh, why do I need to take you out on an expensive date? You know, you should be happy with, McDonald's. He's nuts. He's truly a weirdo. And his big age, with all the money that he has, and that's what I'm talking about. Stay away from men who are rich but are stingy. You are better off, get with a generous man. He's a stingy spirit. He's a stingy spirit with Black women, I'll say that. Because it seems like with other races of women, he will cash out on them. But stay away from men who have a stingy spirit. I'm serious. Yes, no, exactly. Yes, it is. It's actually worse, because you'll have somebody who's broke. If they're broke and they're generous, they will do what honey, they will sell blood if they have to get you whatever you want. So if you don't want somebody who's rich but stingy, you want somebody who's generous. Generous surpasses wealth, in my opinion. He was very generous with prostitutes, $25,000 per check. His ignorant behind probably thinks McDonald's is for Black women and caviar date. Yes, no, he does. He does think that, and he said it. And he has said it on several occasions. And the highest point was when he said that about his own daughter. That he's not gonna. He's like, yeah, my daughter came to me and asked if I could spend 6 figures on her wedding, and I told her, take this $30,000 and don't ask me for a penny more. Sir, you're worth over $50 million. What do you mean you don't want to spend $100,000 on your daughter's wedding? Are you insane? Are you insane? You set up for generations to come. Her whole bloodline is set, but you won't even set up your own children. That's sick. And these men are not seeing heaven, because a good man leaves something for their children. It's biblical. A good man makes sure that their kids have an inheritance. A good man makes sure that their kids are set after they go. And this man wants them to still get it out the mud when he goes. Like that is wild to me. That's wild. I wouldn't be surprised if there's no trust fund for those kids. I would not be surprised. I would not be surprised. Honey, no, it is. It is a way to curse yourself. It is a way, because honey, a good man, a good father makes sure that even when he's gone, his kids are still good. The wife is still good. That's a fact. It's biblical. Okay? Your dad should still be able to take care of you from beyond the grave. Just saying. That's what a good man does. And this man is sitting up here worth millions of dollars, and he's going to say that his kids should get it out the mud and don't even want to pay for a nice wedding for his daughter. That's a sin. That's a sin. A mess. His children are they're monoracial. They're black. If his kids were, I can bet you that he wouldn't be saying that. They would be getting the first class treatment. If they were, they'd be getting the first class treatment. If we could put money on that. Just a mess. Yes, they would be set. They would be set. It's sick. It's really sick. It's sickening. He's very self-hating. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. But that's what happens. He's self-hating. He doesn't like his blackness. He has a lot of weird hangups that he's a dark-skinned man. He has a lot of issues. And he believes that is the pinnacle of, it's very sad. Because after he cut the check to that girl, to the young lady, he went on another podcast and he was talking about he's going to the Dominican Republic. And he's like, yeah, he said that light skin and like out of his own mouth, sir, you just got caught up. You almost had your career snatched from you. And you're going to say that you're going to the DR for like sex tourism. And you're going to cash out on these girls. Like it's a sickness. It just a hot mess. Yes. When I tell you that man is not seeing heaven, the way he has completely abandoned his black children, and he won't even buy them a Toyota Camry. He sat up there and bought his stepkids and then the new kid that he had with the new woman. Did you see how he bought both of his stepkids? He's fully adopted them. He bought his stepdaughter a brand new, fully loaded 7 Series BMW. It is stunning. It's like $170,000. Fresh off the lot. Stunning. Bought the stepson, I think a G-Wagon or whatever. Gorgeous cars. His kids can't even get a hoopty from CarMax. Just a mess. A hot mess. And the fact that he named his baby with this new woman, he named him after himself. And he says, this is the only Brian McKnight Jr. that I recognize. While his other son, his black son, who's named after him, his namesake, is like, I'm right here. He's so sick. It is so sad. Exactly. Oh, yes. He is giving them the world. He is, honey. He's going to roast like a rotisserie chicken, honey. He's going to be right there on the skewer, burning in hell, honey. A mess. Sick. Very sick. Yeah, shout out to Kempire, because, honey, Kempire has been talking about this story for a long time about Brian McKnight. A hot mess. Deadbeats, honey. And he said he called all of his black children. He said that they were products of sin. True evil. That man is evil. Pure evil. Yes, I'm so happy. When I tell you, I am so happy that black women are waking up because so many Black women are not going to his shows anymore. I saw that. So I'm laughing so hard because when his money runs out, this new family will be gone. That lady's gonna pack her bags, take whatever left he has, and leave and go on to the next man. But I'm so proud of Black women for standing on business and not supporting him. I'm so thankful because in the past, you'll still have Black women supporting these self-hating men. So I'm so happy to see that so many Black women are no longer buying his tickets. His shows are getting canceled. God is good. So, yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, he just pure evil. Because they don't care. They're there for the money. They see them as licks. They're there for the money. So his new wife does not care. She's like, okay, hun, just keep writing these checks. Keep, padding my accounts. My kids are set up because he gave his new kids trust funds, all of that. She doesn't care. She doesn't care about his. She don't care. She's like, I don't care about them. She's like, me and my babies are good. So, a mess. Yeah, no, it's true. It's true. Honey, these women don't care. They're just like, hey, it's not me. I'm getting the benefits. I'm the new wife. I'm gonna leave him when his money runs out. So they don't care. They don't care about the first wife and the kids. So, y'all, we'll be here. We will be here all day talking about this because it's truly a shame. So, y'all, you said, yeah, honey. When I tell you, it's very sick. You said, as a mother myself, I could never. The kids are innocent. Shame on him and her. The new wife believes she changed him, but soon she'll find out. His new wife has her own children that he's raising as his own. Yup, she's a doctor too. Yes. He adopted her kid. He adopted her kids. Like he changed all their names to McKnight. When I tell you, those kids have whatever they want. He's paying for their tuition. Bought them brand new, fully loaded G-Wagons and Range Rovers and a BMW. He is icing those kids out, whatever they want. No, they will not. They're going to leave him immediately. It's very depraved. He is a very nasty spirit, and he looks evil. When you look at every time he goes on Instagram Live to address this, because he's like, I see you guys calling me a deadbeat and all this stuff. Every time he defends himself, do you see how his eyes? He looks soulless. There is no light behind those eyes. He looks evil. Evil. Is he rich enough for all of this? Well, who knows? He's not going to be much longer. But for right now, he's able to fund their lives and lavish trips, beautiful cars, beautiful home, designer shopping sprees. But listen, the way God is about to pull the rug from under him real soon. Yes, his soul is no longer intact. It's true. Yes, his face is sunken in. He looks evil. He's lashing out with lawsuits, so I think it's smoke and mirrors. He'll be broke soon. Oh, yeah, very much so. Very much so. Yes, honey, he's completely devoid of a soul. Hey, Miss Castro, thank you for the super chat from a Dominican woman. It's so infuriating to hear these men talk about going to the DR for sex. Shaking my head. Yes, and like the way he was speaking about the women, it was so sick. Like, you are a grown man. Like, for you to say this. And you just settled a $25 million case with this OnlyFans model. And now you're joking about you're going to Dominican Republic to find you several women to do whatever you want with them. And you're saying this out loud. Like, are you dumb? Like, he's just so stupid. It's crazy. It is horrible. Sex tourism is disgusting all the way around. And yes, and then you see, and hold on now, because you have a lot of desperados going to these places as well, trying to, getting these men. Okay, I'm so annoyed at myself because I remember I wanted to show y'all this video. There's a desperate woman from the States. She's in, I want to say Jamaica, or maybe she's in the DR. She's somewhere. and she's paying this young boy to have sex with her. She is sobbing because he's talking to another woman, like on the resort. And everybody's like, lady, this man would never talk to you if you weren't paying him. For you to be like, she's crying, having a literal temper tantrum. She's like clinging on to his ankle so that he won't leave with the other woman that he actually likes. She's like, she has to be in her 50s. He's in his 20s, really handsome. I'll let you imagine what she looks like. A mess. It was really sad. So you have a lot of women who are desperate, who are going over to these countries as well, who are paying for sex. It's really sad. It's sad all the way around. Yes, it was very much like 90 Day Fiance. And like she was sobbing like somebody passed away. It was really sad. Yes, no, they do. 90 Day Fiance is it. No, the women are desperate on that show. It's very sad. Hey, Wolfpack, thank you for the super chat. Men who travel to DR, Japan, Brazil, and Thailand. Yuck. Especially Brazil. Listen, a man tells you that he's going to Brazil, just end the relationship. You have fun. We had a nice time. It was good while it lasted. God bless you. A man tells you he's going on a boys' trip to DR, Brazil. Just, the relationship is over. Just end it right there. Just end it. Just end it right there, honey. Hey, Darkchild99, thank you for the super chat. Do you think she'll be punished in season 2 for skipping out on the reunion? I mean, we don't know if she's going to skip out. We still have a long way to go. They're not filming the reunion for another month and a half for Atlanta. So if she does skip out, though, I see her she would just leave the show and just quit. Annie doesn't take kindly to that. So if she does skip out, she won't be back for a season 2. So y'all, I do want to discuss the latest court updates with Wendy and Eddie. Shout out to our friend We Go podcast. What else is going on, honey? Our girl Taria Faizan. She, honey, gave us some boots on the ground journalism yesterday. She was in the courthouse and got all the tea. All right. So here goes. Taria has all the updates, right? So this is from Taria, from her account on Twitter. And she got this shot. You see this shot? Look at Wendy coming out with her Lady Dior bag, honey. And look at Eddie. Child, a mess. But our good sis let us know the only update yesterday was Wendy and Eddie will be tried together. The court dates are January 25th or the 29th of 2027. And they have a status hearing a week and a half before, and that will be January 13th of 2027. So that's the only update. Again, a big shout out to our girl Taria over at the What Else Is Going On podcast. Make sure to follow her. She's here on YouTube. Phenomenal. Now, what do we think? Jesus, y'all. Jesus. What do we think about them being tried together? Because remember, originally, they were going to have separate trials. Wendy had requested for a speedy trial, and I think so did Eddie, right? What do we think about them now being tried together? Personally, is giving, this does not look good. Listen. Oh, today's Wendy's birthday too. Damn. Oh, well, happy birthday, Wendy. Happy birthday. Congratulations. Happy birthday. In all seriousness, though, the fact that they have to wait until January, that's 8 months away. So this is hanging over your head. I mean, how can you even celebrate your birthday today? You have this hanging over your head. You have another holiday season of this weighing on you. This can't be good for your family. And also, a quick side note, shout out to Taria because Taria revealed, I was watched, shout out Taria, shout out to you, Taria, because I was watching your video last week where you were saying that you got tea from a source and they're filming in Bethany Beach, and that's real local. So it's giving that you guys, the cast can't even have a cute vacation because this whole thing is going on. Wendy and Eddie can't travel. So what the next cast trip might be where? In Atlantic City? Because where can you go? This whole thing is a hot, raggedy mess. Look at Erica Jane, years hanging in limbo. I think it's possible it's in January so they can spend time with their kids for the holidays. Might be her last birthday outside for a while. I hope she lives today till the fullest. You said call up the prosecutor and make that deal. That's how I feel, because I don't like things hanging over my head. I would not want this hanging over my head for another 8 months. Just, can we cut a deal? Let's cut a deal. Give me whatever, the least amount of time. Let's get this over with already. Say what you want about Miss Karen. Karen did her time. She's on the other side of everything. This has been, they keep pushing this whole trial back every few months. It's another date, another date, another date. Why do you want this lingering over your head? My goodness. You said, well, I don't know. I don't know, but I've heard rumblings that because of this whole thing, I don't think they can leave. I don't know, y'all. I don't listen. It's just a thought that comes to mind. If you have a big trial coming up, are you allowed to leave the country? I feel like generally speaking, you're not really allowed to. My lawyers in the chat, let me know. Let me know. They might have, I could see them doing a cast trip locally, maybe go to Miami again or Vegas or Los Angeles. I don't know. She can't just ask for a deal. They have to offer her one first. They probably go to Philly. You can't leave the country if you're on trial. Okay, that's what I thought. Thank you. I'm like, I know I'm not crazy. She would need court approval. Okay, I don't think the court sees them as flight risk. Erica went to Italy. They consider, so they ain't going nowhere. It reminds me of Jen Shah. Yes, they couldn't leave. Remember that when Jen Shah scammed the elderly, they couldn't go on a vacation. They had to stay in the States because of her case. Remember Jen Shah? Similar case. She was scamming and frauding the elderly. And because of that season, they had to go on that cast trip to San Diego. And the cast was angry. They were like, we want to go to the Caribbean. We want to go outside. We want to be outside. And they could only go to San Diego or Palm Springs because of Jen Shah's case. I heard that too. I saw that rumor circulating around, but then I saw that a source had said that was a lie, that Wendy's still filming. But allegedly, but they're saying that Giselle is back on Wendy's case again. They're not friends anymore. And it's team Giselle and Robin. The gang is back together, and now they're all Wendy's behind. Because I saw the rumors broke last week about they unfollowed each other off of Instagram, and Giselle, allegedly, they're saying that Giselle busted Wendy in a lie about the case, and Wendy stopped filming for a few days. Then another source said that wasn't true. But either way, I've been hearing from multiple sources, though, that Wendy and Giselle are not speaking. They're not friends anymore. Yeah, nobody's surprised about any of this. You said Wendy and Giselle never followed each other. We saw this coming. We knew that friendship had an expiration date. I agree. They stopped following each other in season 6 and never refollowed. Jizzy ain't never liked that girl. Giselle, the great provoker. So Giselle and Wendy are no longer friends. Who would have thought it? Yep, Wendy ain't missing no pay. Well, trial preparation takes a lot of time. Coming from a litigator, all they need is for one juror to say not guilty, then a hung verdict. To be honest, I think that is their strategy. Thank you for sharing that. Thank you for sharing this. I mean, do you think that they will be, what do you think? Do you think that it's going to be a hung verdict? Do you think that they're going to be found guilty, not guilty? Let me know. Wow, shocker. The Green Eye Bandits are back together and Wendy got tossed. I mean, with Robin back, that makes sense. I agree. Karen told Wendy to be quiet. I agree with that. And people were mad at me when I said that this season because they said, oh, what happened with you and her? That's clouding your judgment and you can't think straight. And I said, no, even if I were still team Wendy like I used to be, I always called out that I thought that Wendy wanted Giselle's validation. Even when I was rooting for her, I always said, Wendy, it seems like you want her validation. I've always said that. I've never wavered from that. And so when I was saying it this past season, folks were upset with me, but it was the truth. Wendy has always craved Giselle's validation. Always, always. That's just a fact. They were never friends. Potomac is so predictable and boring. Oh my gosh, why are they going back to the old formula? The popular girls, especially Giselle, usually have strong pull on these shows. That's the truth, though. If they beat this case, her ego and arrogance will be out of this world. Giselle couldn't wait to turn on Wendy again. Only the evidence will determine their guilt or innocence. I heard this season is Wendy and Stacey and Courtney, the new girl, versus Giselle, Robin, and Ashley. Karen, Tia, and Monique are in the middle. That makes sense. Because, yeah, I heard that they're giving Courtney a hard time. Stacey's going back to calling Giselle evil again. So that means that she's going through a hard time with them. A mess. Potomac needs Candace. Giselle will always make your hard time worse. She will. That's one thing. Yeah, no. Oh, yes. Monique is back. Monique signed a deal to be a friend of again at the last minute. At the very last minute. So, yep, Monique is back, honey. Monique is back. So it seems like if she was trying to hold down on negotiations for a pay raise, they probably said, girl, take this same exact paycheck and come back. You know you need it. And she came back and took the same little check, and now she's back on. And also, Monique is all the way up. Robin and Giselle's behind. And so they're saying that this season so far during filming that she's going against Wendy. Now, remember how Monique and Wendy were playing patty cake last season? They were all cool and happy to get to know each other. No, baby. Monique has now turned on Wendy. Now, Wendy, I could have told you that. Monique worships at the altar of Giselle Bryant and Robin Dixon. So I could have told you that Monique was going to turn on you. Now, also, we know how Monique is. This whole thing fell flat with the whole Chris, her ex-husband, and Stacey. So because they can't use that storyline anymore. That's all dead in the water. She now is like, you know what? Let me just jump on the bandwagon and let me hop on Wendy's behind. So now Monique has now turned on Wendy. That's what the streets are telling me, that, yeah, Monique is on the bandwagon doing their bidding, and a hot mess. Wendy, I don't know how you ever thought that these girls ever liked you. A mess. Monique is getting her lick back for when he treated her after the fight, and she was brand new to the show. Well, Wendy was right. I mean, no, I'm sorry. Monique was wrong for what happened. Monique assaulted somebody. So I was here for Wendy turning her back on her. Now I'm gonna always have Wendy's back on that, because Monique was wrong. And I'm gonna still stand on that. Monique was dead wrong, still wrong for what she did to Candace, period. But let's not bring that up. But no, you're right. But Monique is getting her lick back, because Monique is still harboring anger towards Wendy for doing that. So Monique is getting her lick back for sure. Well, to be fair, why wouldn't let this happen to her? It's just so unthinkable. I agree. You said, I'm still in shock by this. Wendy didn't know Monique either. Dead wrong. Thugnique was rightly called out, honey. You said you might have to balance out of watching next season. Monique was a mess. I just hope she has real beef this season. I still can't fathom how. I'm not even going to say her name. No, I know you weren't. No, I know. But I just had to, before anybody thought that you were on Monique's side, I just had to let it know, child. But no, you're right. She definitely is getting her lick back for that. But every time we bring that up, I'm going to always have to get it in there that she was wrong for that. Like, it's just, I just can't help myself. But no, it's totally fine. I totally got what you were saying. 6 years later, she's still mad over that. I'm screaming. So I have my ticket. I am screaming. And I love you. I can't wait to meet you too. honey, baby, they said I have my ticket. I think that the thing about being in this situation, not only is it so incredibly stupid, but Wendy, you've made yourself the punchline and the butt of the joke for the entire season because you can't read anybody this season. You can't, until we know what the verdict is, you can't read anybody. You can't shade anybody, especially about money. You can't even get into an argument with anybody. The only role that you can play being in this position is being just sweet and in the background. Because what kind of shade can you throw? You can't even throw shade in the confessionals because the viewers and the content creators are going to say, girl, I know you're not talking. What can you can't throw any shade to Robin or anybody. It's going to be a girl. I know you're not talking. So all somebody has to do is just read the email that Eddie wrote you. Like all somebody has to say is, girl, not you returning a Gucci wallet from 2017 and putting that in your insurance claim. Like you can't, like you've put yourself in such a bad position where you have to hope that nobody reads you about this. Just a mess. No, she had to. You're right. She needed the money bad. The email is a smoking gun. You said it's over for them. The cast is very nice to her at the reunion. But listen, when Karen's back in the fold, Robin's back in the fold, right? Monique's back again. Giselle was scared to death about not having a package at this last reunion. Be clear, when those cameras go back on and they start filming that season, nice Giselle is gone. Giselle is here to play the game and collect her check and stay on this show by any means. If you think for a minute that Giselle's not getting on Wendy, because the streets are saying that she was getting on Wendy, that she's getting on Wendy right now, and she's wearing Wendy out about this whole thing. A mess. This is a hot mess, y'all. Yep, Robin's back. Robin is a friend of. She's going to relish in it. She is. I agree. Yeah, Giselle has $3 in college. She's going to collect that check. Wendy's only option. No, she doesn't really have a choice. Because who are you shading? Who are you, like, you can't be shady in a situation like this because it's like, how are you shading me when you made the dumbest decision that we've never even, who has heard of such a stupid crime? This crime has to go down as one of the dumbest crimes that we have ever heard of. Let's be, two people with 8 degrees between them pulled a stupid stunt like this and they have 3 beautiful kids. A beautiful family. This is what you do? A mess. Yes, exactly. Giselle has her sidekick. Listen, y'all. Yeah, exactly. And listen, you think Robin's not going to miss a chance? Because remember, when Robin left the show, her and Wendy were at odds. So you think that Robin's not going to come back in with a vengeance and say something smart about this whole thing? Stop. I talk about the stupidity of this crime so bad. People are begging me to shut up. No, because we can't fathom this. This doesn't make any sense. It makes, I'm still all this education. And you have a beautiful family and you're on television. You're on national television. And it wasn't like this wasn't even like this was their first year on TV. Wendy was already 5 years in the game. After 5 years on Housewives, the check is already clearing $500,000. You're already seeing $500,000, if not more. So you are making bank. There was no reason for this. Very true. Very true. We're still confused. Yeah, Wendy was foolish to think that Giselle was going to take it easy on her. I was pillow talking about this dumb crime to my man. That's how dumb it was. I'm not watching this next season because they're going to piss us off with the Green Eyed Bandits. Yeah. No, that's very true though. It's true. Common sense can't be taught. A lot of people who are book smart have no common sense. It's very true. It's very true. Yes, plus Happy Eddie was taking off and doing well. Just greedy and stupidity. Yeah, she has given everybody a storyline. It's just a mess, y'all. Common sense is not so common. It's not. I think it's sad. I think that it's just very sad. I think that I could not imagine having this lingering over me for this long. I mean, at some point, can we just let me know what is the punishment? Like, you know what I'm saying? The anticipation of the punishment, I think, has to be worse because it's like, are we going? Like, are we going to be free? Are we not? Like you're pretending like everything is normal, but in the back of your mind, I'm sure you have that nagging feeling that does not leave you, and it's always on your mind about, are we going to jail? And you have to live with this nagging feeling now for the next 8 months. And then when January comes, you might be starting off the new year in a different reality. Exactly. This kind of change is a lifelong battle. Our reputation is ruined. It's very true. And this kind of stress is not good on your body. You should not stress. Stress takes such a toll on your body. And you're right, it does age you. Stress can age you like 20 years. I'm sure this is wreaking havoc on their nervous system. I'm sure that they are both, this is horrible. Yes, their faces do look very pained. They do. You can see the stress all over their faces. It's terrible. When I tell you, I could not imagine having this weighing on me every single day. Like I could not imagine. No, seriously, that's how I feel too. I can't live with this anxiety of what's going to happen. I say, you know what? Just let's cut something right now. Send me away. Like let's wrap this up because I can't take this every single day. You're thinking about this. Like it's you might as well be in there because it's like you're in prison in your own body. You can't think of you can't even watch a movie or watch a TV show in peace. This is always on the forefront of your brain. It's very sad. It's very sad. Just I cannot believe that they would do this. I can't believe they would do this. Yes, that's how I feel. That's exactly, we see each other, y'all. That's exactly how I feel. That's exactly how I feel. 7 months is a long time to get more evidence. I really thought higher of them both. Yeah, I'm afraid for them too. I can't imagine how they're feeling. And then the kids are feeling this stress. I'm sure there's a heaviness in the house because your kids are thinking, are mommy and daddy going to be sent away this time next year? Is this going to be my last birthday with them? Our last holidays together? The legal bills are piling up. I'm sure they're talking about money problems. This and like this. The stress of what if we have to live with auntie so-and-so or our grandma because mom and dad are like, they have put so much unnecessary stress on themselves and their family over one stupid decision. I can't get over this. Yes, you can't even enjoy life. Summertime is here and you can't even enjoy the summertime because you're thinking this might be our last summer with the kids. Yes, exactly. You know, the kids at school teasing them. You know it is. You know it is. You know it is. Kids talk at school. I'm sure the older ones have definitely heard their classmates talking about it. Exactly. And it's been like, yes, yes. Think about it. They've been going through this since October. They have been going through this now for what? The last 7 months? So now another 8 months of dealing with, well, what's going to happen? It's going to be 15 months total of living with this stress now. We'll never know why they did this. All that work to be super educated and decorated to throw it out the window. It's very true. Wendy is always seeking validation. She saw validation from Mia after she hit her. Yes, yes, yes. Because that made no sense. But you know what it was? If she knew that everybody was siding with Mia, even though Mia was dead ass wrong for what she did to her, I just feel like there's this fear. There was this fear of, well, if I if I don't patch things up with Mia, even though she's in the wrong and she assaulted me, she probably was nervous that she might be fired from the show and they would keep Mia over her because Giselle and Robin like Mia. It very well might be. I'd have to. You said you would homeschool the kids. No, it's very true. Yes, that was. I think that's the mentality that she had. And yep. When NECA came on the show at Karen's pickleball event, when she took Mia to the side, I was so mad. Even Mia was like, wait, you want to patch things up with me after I assaulted you last year and didn't even apologize to you? Even Mia was confused. I was like, girl, what is going on? Glad that Mia is gone. I hope it's forever. That pissed me off. No, I'm not trying to be, no, no, listen, I know you're not joking. Like it's very true because the anticipation I think is worse. Because remember, you remember what was his name? He did like he committed the largest Ponzi scheme, Bernie Madoff. Remember when they did the documentary on him and he said in a recording, he said when he finally got caught 25 years later, he felt a sigh of relief because he said even though when he was getting away with all the scamming, he was never at peace. He said he was never at peace. So think about it. He scammed billions of dollars. And even though he had that money, he was enjoying it, living the lavish life, had multiple homes everywhere. He still couldn't enjoy the money because he was always waiting for the other shoe to drop and be arrested. And when it finally happened, he said that was actually the most peaceful day of his life because he finally felt, okay, like, so think about that. You do the crime and there's no peace with it. There's no peace with the money that you've stolen. And I'm sure they probably do feel like I'd rather just find out if we're going to jail or not, because to live with this, we're okay. Yes, you guys are free. You're still free, but still the weight of just the weight of having to wait on the verdict, that has to be driving them crazy. Yes, it's true. It's very true. Yep. The whole family was messed up. The wife Ruth was ostracized by everybody. His other son was sick. The other son took his life. The whole family suffered because of his for his crimes. Exactly. Yes, it eats at you every second. It's very true. It's her storyline this season. She was secured in her job, so maybe so. Child, no, this is hard. It is very heartbreaking because you're thinking of the kids. I think they still believe they have a winning chance with this trial. You said it's not. She's still showing up to court with her Dior bag. Maybe I think that she is taking the mentality of never let them see you sweat. That's what I have to think it is. I think that she's probably very worried. I think that she's just trying to save face. She's trying to keep a brave face, if I had to guess. I feel the same. I feel the same way too. I think it's, the same with Karen and the DUI. I think it's hubris. I think that they thought that they were arrogant to believe that they would not be caught. It's very sad. I think she, you know what? I think like Jesse said, go out with a bang, right? If you're facing, go out with a bang. Yeah, they don't want to look bad in front of others. They think they're trying to show they didn't need the insurance money to live fabulously. Celebrity starts making people feel above the law. I agree. Yes, no, it's true. Oh, once the jury is seated, we may see Wendy dressing differently. To get off scot-free, they need to prove that the police are lying and the documents and footage of them returning claimed items is a lie. I wonder if they asked Bravo for more money, especially since the cameras were at court. Oh, I'm sure she got a raise. I'm sure Andy took into account the fact that she has to pay for the lawyer's fees. Nobody has coins like that on Potomac. The fact that she thought she had to keep it with the Joneses. I think that she really took to heart what the fans were saying about her. I think that's what it was. I think that I also think that she felt like she wanted to, she probably always wanted to be that girl with the designer pieces. Like, even if she were whether she was on Potomac, Atlanta, Beverly Hills, Orange County, I think that deep down inside, she always wanted to have designer pieces. I think that's what it was. I think that she wanted to be seen as the wealthiest one. You said, I hope they don't get any time. Truly a grave mistake, and hopefully they bounce back. Bravo's loving this. They paid for the car service. Remember last time they drove their own car? Yeah, they did. Yep, they did. Yep, Bravo paid for the car service this time. They had the cameras out. You're right. You said showing out in court when you're accused of financial crimes is an odd legal strategy. This is why you pay no mind to your haters. She did this because she had low self-esteem and let criticism get in her way. It's just greed. Yeah, I get anxious waiting for verdicts for court cases on TV. I can't imagine how stressed they are. I agree. Showing up differently would be disingenuous. Child, yeah, Bravo's vultures. They're picking at the bones. Yeah, it's very sad, y'all. You said they would have caught me walking out that courthouse with a crochet Target bag and some H&M trousers. You guys are so funny. Remember the season Wendy was losing her hair? Is it possible she was stressing over what she and Eddie were doing? Wait, what season was that? I don't remember that. What season was this, friend? Wait, hold on. I don't remember that. When did this take place? Thank you so much. Thank you. Not a Sutton Magic Mike fit, honey. Then you gotta explain to your kids that y'all might be going away next year. Exactly. Her first season. Oh, I don't remember that. No, like season 8. Her first one. I don't remember that at all. Oh yeah, when she had her kidney stones. That was season 7 or 8. Oh. Oh, I didn't remember. I do not remember that. No, she was sick from the pregnancy. Okay, no, she just gave birth. At the end of the day, they did this to themselves. Sympathy for the kids. A high-low designer mix would be a good compromise for the jury, in my opinion. I agree. Okay, postpartum hair loss. Okay. I forgot all about that. It was season 7, so this was before the burglary. Oh, it was right before, because they did the burglary happened. The burglary happened when NECA came on. It was the season. It was after NECA. It was after the season 8 reunion, and then we didn't hear about it in season 9. That's when Stacey joined the show. I still, ever since this story broke, I have been in shock. You could not have told me that Wendy Osefo, out of all of the housewives, would be caught up in a mess like this. I could have thought of 5 other housewives who might have done something like this, but never. However I felt about Wendy, I would have never, ever imagined in my wildest dreams that she would be caught up in this. Never. I'm in shock. Seriously, like, there are so many other housewives that I could have seen wrapped up in this. You could not have told me that it would be Wendy. I hope she pitched her situation to Bravo by saying, help me with this court case, and the hate watching will break records. Not in a million years. It's barely starting to feel real. I thought she had too much pride to be caught up. Like, yes, same here. I thought that she was, 1, I thought that she was too straight-laced to commit a crime. 2, I thought that with all the education, she would never be caught out here to embarrass herself and her family like this. I'm in shock. I'm in shock. Oh my gosh. Seriously, there are 10 other housewives that I could have seen doing this and not Wendy. It is shocking. I just, y'all, her values were tore up. Guys, I'm in shock. Hey, Jamie Tynan, thank you for the super chat. Do you think that Wendy is secretly enjoying the attention this trial is bringing her? So we talked about this when the last court update came. I'm torn. I'm truly torn. On one hand, I could see that. On the other hand, no. This thing is too serious. You have 15 years that you're facing in prison, and you're going to miss out on your kids' lives. I really do. I would hope that she does not care about this attention at all. I would, but fame is such a drug. Fame is such a drug. Jen Shah was loving it up until she went away. So you really don't know. But I'm gonna give her the benefit of the doubt and say that no, she is scared to death and embarrassed. I don't know, y'all. Y'all are torn. So y'all think that she is enjoying this. Half of y'all think that she's enjoying it. The other half feel like, no, she's too scared. It has to be adding to the stress. It would be crazy for her to like this attention, but you never know. I really don't, because attention seekers would be addressed appropriately to get that sympathy. That would be so twisted if she was. My God. She's having too much fun playing dress up for this. I don't think so. Just for optics only. I don't think so. I think she likes it. It saved her job. Let's do a poll. She's enjoying it to a certain degree. Wow. Y'all think that? Wow, Jesus. I just don't think I don't think she can. I don't think she could be enjoying this. Even Teresa wasn't this happy, you said, when she dressed up for court. Maybe. We are truly split in the middle, y'all. We have half of y'all saying no. The other half is saying no. That your other half is saying that she might be enjoying this. Now, guys, I know we're having a great time, but I do have to hop off of this here live. I told you it was going to be a short and sweet live today, but I will see y'all on Monday. I hope y'all have a great rest of your day, a great weekend. Enjoy the holiday weekend, but for my New Yorkers, it's going to be so cold. We went from 90 degrees to now 60 degrees and raining. I'm upset, but I'm going to end the live right here, y'all. I hope y'all enjoyed. I had a great time as always, and I will see you all on Monday, Lord willing, okay? Now, if I can pop back on later on today, I will, but I'm not going to make any promises. So if I don't see you later, it'll be on Monday, all right? I love y'all. Have a great rest of your day. Have a great holiday weekend, and we will talk later, y'all. Bye, y'all.